The Apple Vision Pro just launched yesterday, or it went on sale yesterday, I should say. And I had a lot of different thoughts on Apple Vision Pro in general. And I just wanted to kind of talk about some of like the business use cases and who should actually own this thing. Because I'm betting that most of you actually did not buy this thing. But I took a look at their starter project. I just really wanted to show you this real quick. I just took a look at the starter project in Xcode real quick to see what was going on. I haven't really gotten too deep into, working with Vision OS or anything like that. I was just kind of playing with this and looking at what you could do in the previews. So let me get out of the way so you can actually see me. But I was just kind of trying to figure out like what is the business use case? Like who needs to have the Vision Pro, because this doesn't seem like it would actually be a good investment overall. Like who actually needs this? And I was thinking who can make money from this? And honestly, it's going to be very few people can make money from this because first of all, Apple, only made like 80,000 of these units and that are available for pre-order to be available on like February 2nd or whatever the launch day is. And that's already going to limit the amount of people that can get it. Second of all, is like how many normal people that are not in the tech space actually have a VR headset that is at a more affordable price point than the 3500. Like this thing is expensive. Like $3,500 plus tax is not something that you're just going to go out and casually buy. Like if you're in the tech industry, it's something that you have to like consciously, like you've thought about it and you're like, okay, well, this is why I actually need this thing. And you really probably had to do some thinking to justify why it's worth 3,500 bucks for the 256 gigabytes. That's another thing. It's like, Apple, you know how they are about storage. They're going to charge you an arm and a leg for storage, even though storage should not be nowhere near a $200 bump just for 512 gigabytes. Like we should be operating at terabytes minimum, if we're going to be doing $200 bumps. But yeah, like you have to go up another $400 just to get 1 terabyte of space. And these apps are using VR, which the resources to power VR are pretty large. You need to work with like 8K video to even handle any of this stuff. And who's going to be buying this? So first of all, obviously developers need to buy it. So that's going to be a huge chunk of the market of people that are going to be buying this thing. Developers. That makes sense. Developers need to buy this to have a test device and to actually be able to build apps, because you really shouldn't be building apps that you're not testing on physical devices. You can get probably 90% of the way there on a simulator when you're coding for these things, and that will be fine. You can do a lot of development 90% of the way done on the simulator, and then you actually have to test the actual app on the device to have confidence that it's going to work in the way that you expect it to work. Because as soon as it gets on that device, I guarantee you it's not going to work that exact same way. So you're going to have to do some debugging. So developers need to have it, and companies that are already operating in the VR space. So anybody that has an app that's already out for the Meta Quest or any of the other popular VR headsets, they should probably buy this and make sure that their app is running on here as well. So that makes sense. Other businesses, so like I saw this tweet or this post on X the other day, by Josh Cohen Zadeh. I don't know how to say your name, dude. I'm sorry. But it's the CEO of Emerge Tools. And they said that we bought day one Vision Pros for every member of their team. Another another niche that absolutely needs this thing, because this company is focused on doing optimizations for mobile apps. And obviously, if you're going to do that, or well, not mobile apps, for apps in general, so optimizations for apps, and if you're going to be focused on optimizations and supporting the developers or your clients that already have these apps, then obviously your every member on your team needs to have these. But I just wanted to like talk about like, yeah, it makes sense for a company like Emerge Tools where they're working with developers. Developers are their clientele, right? To have Vision Pros. The average consumer is not going to have this. And like, even the way that they make you sign up for this is not even user friendly to the average user. Most people do not know about app clips. They showed it. Emerge Tools also tweeted this out. You know, Apple finally got people to use app clips. This was the first instance that I had ever used app clips just to see. So they use app clips in order to figure out like what your head size is. So yeah, that's the thing where you have to go like this, and your phone. Like you need an iPhone to buy this thing. Your phone will essentially measure your head, and it will get you the right size Vision Pro if you do plan on buying it. And they're making you use app clips, which most people aren't even aware that app clips is a thing because app clips don't exist in the wild. Nobody's using app clips in the wild because it was launched during COVID and people weren't going outside. So anybody that was using that had plans of using app clips in their app essentially didn't get to really launch or make that feature extremely well known because there were so few opportunities for it to actually explode. It's an amazing feature, but it just didn't take off. And then I'm like thinking about, okay, what has Apple done in the past that is going to where are they going? So I was thinking like, where is Apple going to go with this thing? Because V1 is just, let's get this product out there and let's see what it can do. And Apple does tend to, take a step back. They wait, they let other devices come out, and then they introduce their device or they introduce their feature, and they try to do it better. And they are really good about doing that. But this market is not that large, and Apple always likes to put a spin on what their devices are good for. So where are they planning on going with Vision Pro? Who is their market? Who are they actually planning on selling to? And if you take a look back at where Apple likes to go with their products, it's either with education or it's with health. So your medical situation. So the way that I see Vision being marketed in the future, not this year, because this year it's just like, let's get this thing out. It's going to be marketed towards entertainment. I don't think that there's any entertainment that I need $3,500 worth of when I can go out buy like, what is it, a Meta Quest 3 for $500 and get a really great experience. I guarantee you that Apple's experience is not $3,000 better than the MetaQuest 3 experience in terms of like entertainment. Who's going to even be able to support this level of entertainment during the first year? It's going to take a while before any company or developer is able to produce quality that actually takes full advantage of the Vision Pro's hardware and to like take that to the max and really provide you with an amazing experience. So, is there a $3,000 benefit to having this thing that is going to give me that much better of entertainment? I'm going to say no. No, you do not need the Vision Pro. Um, I don't think that it's a great investment for most businesses to purchase this thing for their employees. I don't really think that it's a great thing to dive into to if you plan on making a lot of money by putting apps on the Vision Pro. If VR was your experience, if VR was the path that you wanted to chase, you would already have an app on the existing VR headsets and you would just port that over to Vision Pro. If you didn't do that, you can still make money and there will be a lot of money to make for very few. But if you aren't already supporting those other platforms, then I'm having a hard time seeing how you're going to just become rich by supporting this only one platform that very few people are going to have. And it's not even going to be a whole lot of normal people. It will be very tech heavy people, which, they have really decent sized wallets, but it's just, I don't see it. So those are my thoughts. I just wanted to show what I was thinking about the Vision Pro. I think that it is definitely going to be jaw dropping when I actually get to test the thing out. But I don't think that there's any experience in the world that's going to make me drop $3,500 on a VR headset that I won't even be able to use every day. It's not going to be my work machine. I can't code directly on this thing. At best, I have a virtual workstation, but I still have to bring my laptop with me. At best, I'm able to use it on maybe an airplane or on a train or something like that. But as soon as that thing makes a left or a right, it's probably going to be very glitchy and buggy. And at best, I'm only going to get 2.5 hours of use out of the thing before it needs to charge. So that's just how I feel about it. Let me know your thoughts. Where do you think that the Vision Pro is going to go? And are you buying it for your business?